That's your name. Sure as Sep spit you out at our feet. And Jolie only spared your life because you weren't old enough to remember when he ran your through that day.
Hi! What's next?
Call my mother a whore. I'll cut your tongue out, pig. I'm thrice blooded. You remember my first kill. You sure as hell's remember. My second. Trying to get a rise out of me. And it's working. The bad news for you is that only one of us will live to reflect on it.
I've no reason to lie to you, boy. Everything you hate about your dear old dad is everything you've grown into, minus his intelligence. At least your stench suggests athleticism. Now look at you, still carrying a hunk of iron on your back and prancing around like you know how to use it. No wonder he dumped that name. It was too good for you. You ended up with all the filthy parts of your mother, and none of the looks. A sad, weak Nord, with none of the intelligence of his imperial blood. You got the worst of them both. Gore. All you'll ever be. Never forget the day we pulled you out from under that slag.
Shut your rat mouth before I put steel in it. One more chance. Where is Jolie?
Do it. Kill me on the job, right here, where my family can find me. Basically unarmed. You pathetic little...
As you wish. Good riddance. Yeah. Well... we best get out of here before anyone shows up. I don't much care for being a wanted man. Nor do I care for the food in jail.
She started it. Oh, gods. Pete, no! What have you done?
What someone should have done a long time ago.
Is he dead?
The guards will hear of this. You won't get away with this.
What makes you think you're leaving? What? Spit it out. Of course not. Morris tits, what do you think? I'm some kind of animal? Run. Run, you bastard. Or set your dear old pate straight to oblivion, and Mom's on her way to China. Find me when you're older, if you're still sore. I'll be waiting.
How can I help you? Sure, I'll carry what I can. Let's get moving. Greetings. Really? You're sure? Well, I suppose I've had my money's worth. Come find me back in Falkreath if you change your mind. And... thanks. Hello there.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Lead the way.
shouldn't be trying to fight us.
You win. I submit.
Look at my temple lying in ruins. So much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts, and their hearts. If they love me not, how can my love reach them? Restore to me my beacon, that I might guide you toward your destiny. It is time for my splendor to return to Skyrim. The token of my truth lies buried in the ruins of my once great temple, now tainted by a profane darkness skittering within. The necromancer Malkorin defiles my shrine with vile corruptions, trapping lost souls left in the wake of this war, to do his bidding. Worse still, he uses the power stored within my own token to fuel his foul deeds. I have brought you here, mortal, to be my champion. You will enter my temple, retrieve my artifact, and destroy the Defiler. Mortals call it Dawnbreaker, for it was forged in a holy light that breaks upon my foes, burning away corruption and false life. You will enter my shrine, destroy Malkorin, and retrieve this mighty blade. Of course you will. I have commanded it. Go now. The artifact must be reclaimed, and Malkorin destroyed. Malkorin has forced the doors shut. But this is my temple, and it responds to my decree. I will send down a ray of light. Guide this light through my temple, and its doors will open.
I don't think we're alone.
Stay still and I'll give you a shave.
Great. Just let me catch my breath. we going to bruise? Hide and seek. Stay still and I'll give you a shave. That's right. You stay over there, far away from me. You aren't afraid of a little spider, are you? Good boy, Scrap. You're such a good boy. You can clearly see me stand. Alright, so let's see if they had anything worthwhile. definitely going to bruise. Take this. You hit me. Come on, you milk drinker. Well, that's over with.
It is done. The Defiler is defeated. Take Dawnbreaker from its pedestal. Malkoran is vanquished. Skyrim's dead shall remain at rest. This is as it should be. This is because of you. A new day is dawning, and you shall be its herald. Take the mighty Dawnbreaker, and with it purge corruption from the dark corners of the world. Wield it in my name, that my influence may grow. May the light of certitude guide your efforts.
Oh, Guildmaster, Latoria has a gift for you. Latoria is so happy hearing stories from the other explorers of the places they have been, and the places we may go, that Latoria wished to give you something special. So Latoria crafts for you an official Explorers Society jewelry crafting is something other that Latoria is also good at. She has made the ring for all the members, but this one, she makes special for you. It is magic. If you would like one of the others at any time, you just tell Latoria and she will give you one.
But being married to an imperial woman and being an Ultima...
Of course, Guildmaster. Latoria always has a few extra on hand in case of a new member. Here you are.
Would almost certainly live to see her passing. I just hadn't expected it quite.
Sun and moon guide you.
How's your day faring? Good luck out there.
Noticed. Yes, I adopted it in honor of my wife's family. Angelina Morellis was her name.
That's a nice sentiment. Well, I suppose longevity must be partly why a lot of them advocate not pairing with men.
I'd like to believe that's the only reason, but sadly there is a great deal of hubris still embedded in the mare mindset, especially as the Altmeri are concerned. What about you? I heard others tell of you and Ariana consorting a bit.
No comment.
Interesting.
Hello there, my friend. I have something for you. In our last procurement of supplies for the guards, one of the weapons actually ended up being rather impressive. I thought you might want to use it, but if not, there's a display ready for it.
Yes? What about them?
Yes?
I'm hoping to be able to do some large-scale construction with those things.
Oh, really? Well, it's entirely possible that the artifact may have moved from there. I'll continue to do some more research. In the meantime, here's another possible artifact you could look into.
Non-Dwemer supplies.
But those were terribly hard to collect.
Then you can help me decide what I'm going to sell to create space.
All right, fine. I suppose I don't need quite so many Dwemer forks. Now are you satisfied?
Not even close. But I'll be back to ask you what's next, after I've disposed of those.
Well, I'm keeping enough for myself to use. And if you want to use barbaric Nordic forks with 2 prongs, go right ahead, but you won't catch me with one. What time is it? I haven't seen the sky all day. Oh yes, in between planning, I could spend all day in the Hall of Lost Empires. Really, quite a fascinating place. You could, of course, make room by moving all of those dusty old Nordic things out of the way. Oh wait, those are artifacts. Never mind.
Latoria sees that you often read
Goodbye,
in your
then.
spare time, and she is surprised.
One day I'll learn illusion magic,
Where's that?
and they'll never catch me.
Latoria sees that you are a strong man used to much physical work. She has not met many like you who spend time with books.
I see a confusion. My ma and dad were very firm that I learned to read when I was very young.
Yes? What? Yes? What is it?
Sadly old and
Fantastic, then.
I didn't want the same for me. At first, it's a chore. Now, I love it.
Most wise Kyle's parents were. Latoria thinks they must be proud. Latoria greets you. Why, yes, Guildmaster. In fact, Latoria does have something interesting to share. Latoria was with Professor Marassi the other day while he investigated a Nordic burial ruin, and she discovered a lost incantation. Using it on ruined unreadable books reverses their age so they can be once again legible. It only works briefly, so Latoria can only transcribe a page or two before the
so
book
you
turns
working
to
on next?
ash. But if
I
you
thought
bring
about trying my
enough
hand
ruined
at
books,
Skyrim.
Latoria could piece together a
that
full
sounds
text
challenging.
from many ruined copies.
Yeah, lots of spiky bits. Of course.
Latoria thinks about 20 at a time should suffice. But bring her all you can find, and Latoria will give you a copy of whatever she finds.
I'm sure it will turn out nicely.
Oh, some rare
That
books,
saber-cat you
spell
finished?
tomes, even a possible treasure map or two.
Oh,
Who
you
is
like
to
that?
know? Be exciting to find out, no?
Oh, are you
What do
sure?
you think?
That's nice of you, Kaya. Thanks.
Excellent.
Just the spot
Latoria
for sure.
eagerly awaits your return.
You know, you could probably make a nice bit of pocket money with the quality.
What can Latoria do for you, Guildmaster? What do you want? Of course, Guildmaster.
The reward is just in the doing. What made you pursue archaeology, Professor? You could have found plenty to explore in Cyrodiil.
Good day, Guildmaster.
While it's true that
I've got everything you could possibly need for your next expedition.
have much to offer, Skyrim had more.
It just seems to me that with your connections at university and ready familiarity, it would be a good fit.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? No, the allure of unearthing the history where these many societies clashed was irresistible. The Nadies, Falmari, Dweller, Bretons, ancient Nords, not to mention the dragons and their cult, all left their mark.
You know, it's funny, I've known about them, but I've never thought about it that way. Once you put it that way, it does make studying them a grand adventure.
That's the spirit, Kaya. We'll make you an archaeologist yet.
Absolutely. What do you have in mind? Ah, yes. Stock up, as it were. I'd imagine you are quite too busy to be bothered with doing the grocery shopping, after all. Tell you what, I put in orders just about every few days or so. If you like, you can just write me up an order of what you want, and I'll try to get it for you. Just jot it down on your household planner in the safe house, and when I'm helping Orion clear out any of your cell card stuff, I'll check the list. Just leave plenty of gold in your treasury, and I'll just deduct it from that. Oh, well, Orion actually let it slip when we were talking about the add-on of the guild house one time, and how the building was developed and expanded over the years. Oh, don't worry. I haven't told anyone else, and I'll just take what's needed to cover the cost. No extra fees or anything. Okay, great. So just jot down what types of supplies you want, and I'll get you an assortment of whatever I can find of that type. In order to get you the best prices available, I'll be buying in lots rather than honing in on one specific item. so it may be a bit random. But you'll be paying rock bottom prices, and I'll manage to get a good assortment of things, which I think will cover you nicely for crafting materials and the like. So just stock up your treasury, jot down what type of items you want me to look for, and I'll get shopping for you. Each time I fill an order, I'll leave it in a crate in the workshop for you. And the next time you want another order, just jot it down again. Almost inventory day. My favorite.
What can I do for you, Guildmaster? Well, I mostly help Ariana move her inventory around. And Professor Marasio, Orion, and whatever they need in prepping for a dig. But now that you mention it, I do have some extra time on my hands. And I have a little knack that might help you. If you bring me 5 samples of any type of ore, I can prospect them for you. I can usually find another trace ore type or a gem that most other people would overlook and lose in the smelting process. If I do find one, it will derive from one of the samples, so you'll get 4 of them back and a new element, which is usually of a bit of variety. Just let me know. Oh sure, what kind? Don't seem to have any workable ore at the moment. Just let me know when you do. Sure, what can I help you with? Sounds good. I'll be back in a few days.
Oh my.
That looks heavy.
That's beautiful.
I don't know much about this. I just keep it safe.
This is quite the collection.
I know, I won't touch it.
Staying out of trouble? Going along quite well. I think we've narrowed our scope to the ruins of Erkend and Windcaller Pass. But I'll let you know when we're ready. Mm-hmm. All right then. All is well around the museum.
Oh boy, I could just see them using that to fight Daedra. Yeah! What?
How are you doing? You do? Hooray! Onward to more adventure. What do you need? Go ahead. Load me up.
The artwork around this place is beautiful.
These artifacts are worth more than a few centimes.
I have a bit of a soft spot for the
Oh wow, look at that.
weapons first-hand from these childhood stories of people who
Such an impressive space.
who
And so
overcame
many
their
shots.
It's quite inspiring, to say the least.
You would? Now? All right then. Where shall we start? One-handed it is. Can never be good enough with a sword, or a mace, or an axe, or you get the picture. Take that, and that. Ugh. All right, enough. I yield. I yield. All right then.
What's next? Meal planning.
Oh my. That's
This
beautiful.
collection is the envy of artifact collectors everywhere.
Everyone seems to be in great
There certainly
spirits.
is still much beauty to behold.
Huh. Well, there's something I'm going to have to make a point of remembering.
Where else can you go? And for a few septums, learn a trade.
What can I do for you?
Or discover long lost.
Not too poorly. Helped Orion replace some of the mountain racks in the Hall of Heroes that were loose. I suppose if we're doing busy work like that, things are quiet enough.
If there's anything you'd like to learn more about from the display plan,
Excuse me, I must return to my duties.
it's full of books on everything you can imagine.
That is quite interesting.
I don't miss my old life, but little compares to the excitement of battle.
I like to think of philosophy as a way of conclusively resolving the big questions in life. Or is it? Discuss.
I could just get lost in this place for days.
I like the display of standing stones, though no matter how much I reach out, I can never get them to react to me.
Nothing like kicking back for a nice midday meal made by someone else's caring hands. I'll have to remember to thank that Millie woman.
I don't know much about this stuff. I just keep it safe.
Stories. Most impressive, I must say.
The artwork around this place is beautiful.
Nothing like a good meal and good company.
Oh my. That's beautiful.
That looks heavy.
Swear, by the time I get done dusting, it's time to start. Game.
The exhibit you're looking is that way.
Oh boy, I could just see them using that to fight Daedra.
I swear there isn't that much dust in the library, but Orion was sneezing again.
I'm always fascinated to see how people of a region have evolved, changed over the ages. The gamut from completely new to unchanged.
Fascinating.
So wonderful to see how much people enjoy this place.
Well,
What's on your mind? Yes, Iron Bear indeed. I've been a textiles trader most of my life, but back in my youth, I was an arena fighter in the Imperial City. That's where I got the nickname. Was even champion for a while, Until I took an axe to the hip and had to retire.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
Welcome to the gallery. If you get hungry during your visit, lunch is provided in the...
Indeed. Everywhere I went after that, people still kept calling me Iron Bear, so it stuck. My real surname is Maddock. Sometimes I all but forget that. Ah, my good man. It's fantastic. I do find myself in the library quite a bit. I'm a fairly versed reader, and I'm always overjoyed at the sheer volume of, well, volumes you have. I find myself often getting engrossed in discussion with the curator. Perhaps we should start a club. Farewell. Do stay safe out there.
Wow, it couldn't possibly be that old, could it?
Fascinating how by merely being a chart, otherwise a normal object can withstand the rays of time much more than their mundane counterparts do.
I'd wager these artifacts are worth more than a few septums. Such an impressive space, and so well suited to a museum.
Oh wow, look at that!
Ah, yes, here it is. Kolb and the Dragon. Quite an amusing story, and interactive as well.
Wonderful.
This is quite
Yes,
a collection.
I know it well. It was my favorite book as a child.
I know, I won't
I can't
touch it.
tell you how many times
Oh,
I read
sorry,
ahead
I
to see
wasn't
what
paying
the
attention.
outcome would be.
Let me get out of your
My
way.
choice during the story.
So, in other words, you cheated.
What takes the longest of all the tasks here
I
at the museum
suppose
each
I
day?
did indeed.
Dusting.
The
Honestly.
impatience
can
of
you
youth,
go?
Dusting.
am I right?
And for a few septums.
Too true you were.
Learn a trade.
You can feel free to keep
Plan
that
a
volume
trip,
if you'd like. We
or
have
discover
several
long
copies.
lost secrets of the past.
Oh, really? Thanks. You will have to let me
Please
make
tell
a
the
small
guard
contribution to the
immediately if
museum
you see
in
anything
exchange, though.
suspicious.
Can't go giving away the farm after all.
Any contribution is greatly appreciated.
Ah, yes. It can't be cheap to upkeep a place like this, can it?
That's beautiful.
Indeed not, but we have many generous patrons, and our relic hunter keeps the coffers overflowing and our displays well
Our
filled.
guild has recovered many of
So,
the relics
we
you see on
certainly manage.
display.
There are a lot of wonderful resources in this place. Plenty of maps and stories to go along with them.
If you'd like to come back,